Sat Shri Akal ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ, my name is Ramandeep Singh and thanks for tuning into Vigyan Factory. I have seen many videos about Bitcoin, but they were so complicated for a non-technical person that to understand what the hell it is. No, don't worry. But here I am to tell you the basic principle of Bitcoin. And in the end, I will cover this whole Bitcoin work with the help of a very simple example. So do watch this video till the end. So talking about Bitcoin, as we know that Bitcoin is an electronic currency. It only exists in our wallets, in our e-wallets. It does not have any physical appearance like this. So mainly there are two aspects of Bitcoin. First is Bitcoin circulation and second is Bitcoin generation. So first I'll be covering what is Bitcoin circulation. The ultimate thing in Bitcoin circulation is that for exchange of goods and services, we are receiving or sending Bitcoins from one e-wallet to another e-wallet, and that amount is in the form of Bitcoins. So now there are 6 characteristics you need to know about Bitcoin. First is Bitcoin is an electronic currency. As I told you earlier that it does not have any physical appearance. Second point is Bitcoin is decentralized. So there is no bank or government responsible for a transaction. So that implies there is no tax involved too. Third is a block. A block is the record of transaction that has been occurred in the Bitcoin network, and the collection of block is known as a blockchain. Fourth point is a public key. It is like your bank account number. So if someone wants to pay you some cash or some amount, then you will provide your account number to that person. So using that account number, he will be able to pay you some amount. Note for public key is that you can share your public key with everyone. So coming on to our fifth point, which is a private key. So it is like our bank account PIN number, and you have to keep it as secure as possible. Note for the fifth point is that you cannot share your private key with anyone, not even with your girlfriend. Now coming on to the sixth point, which is encryption. So encryption is the process of converting some information into some code. For example, suppose I want to encrypt a word ICE, I-C-E into some code. So I'm opting some procedure to convert this information into some code. So what I'm doing, I'm mapping all the alphabets with the corresponding numbers. For example, I'm mapping A with 1, B with 2. So similarly, for a word ICE, I'll map I with 9, C with 3 and E with 5. So my final generated code will be 935. So thank you guys for continuing this much. We are done with the basics, and now it's time for the most important thing, which is a practical example. Suppose there are two persons, person X and person Y. Person X, he owns an online store, and person Y, he wants to buy some stuff from person X, and that worth 5 Bitcoins. So let's consider person X, he is considering Bitcoin as a mode of transaction. Now person X, he will share his public key with person Y, and person Y will request the Bitcoin server to transfer 5 Bitcoins from his account to person X account. Now the transactional message will look like transfer 5 Bitcoins from person Y to person X. Now you need to remember the rule of private key and encryption. Now this transaction message will get automatically encrypted with the help of a private key, and after encryption, this message will look like this. So this is the code that has been encrypted. Now no one will know what behind this code. So here comes our second aspect, which was Bitcoin generation. So it is very clear by its name that Bitcoin generation means generating new Bitcoins. But who will generate it? Miners. So miners play the role of an ace in the game of Bitcoin because they do the mining of Bitcoins. Now coming on to the process of mining. Mining is the process of verifying Bitcoin transactions. The transactions that are getting collected in the Bitcoin network. So it is the work of miners to verify all the transactions. And if the transaction is valid, then that transaction gets added to the blockchain, and that miner gets rewarded with a new fresh piece of Bitcoin. So this is how new Bitcoins are generated. So on an average, a Bitcoin transaction takes 10 minutes to get verified. So in the whole Bitcoin network, a miner will look for a pending transaction. So once he finds some pending transactions, he will try to verify those transactions. And once he is done with those transactions, he will get rewarded. So now people, it's time to verify the transaction between Y and X. As you know, this was the transactional message and it was coded into this code. So a miner will receive this code and he will try to crack this code and obtain what's behind this code. So once he do this and verify the transaction, he will get rewarded. In the backend, good miners use heavy GPU machines that run heavy programs and heavy mathematical calculations to solve this code. So the computer program, what he'll do? He will use permutations and combinations to crack this code. And once the code is cracked and that transaction is verified, a miner will get rewarded and that specific transaction will be added to a blockchain. So this was brief and simple working behind the Bitcoin. So I hope you understood the whole concept of Bitcoin, and if you have any doubt or if you have any point to put on, then you can leave a comment below. Do comment it, man. So thanks to all the people who watched my video. If you like this video, you can give a thumbs up and you can subscribe to my channel. Here, you can subscribe to my channel for the updates like this. Man, it's too heavy!